Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I'm your host, Clay, Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take for Tuesday, September the 24th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Welcome, everyone. This is our first post-game live stream of this young season. Well, it's not even a season yet, but the Canucks start things off right with a 3-1 victory over the visiting Seattle Kraken. Other highlights today, I won my bowling matchup 3-1 in total, so I took 8 out of 10 points. Our team won 42 out of 50 points, so a great day for my bowling team. And we switched cell phone carriers for the first time in 10 years. But you guys don't worry. You don't care about the bowling. You don't care about my cell phone plan. You care about our beloved Vancouver Canucks. So moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. Members as legends, Hall of Fame and franchise members, all 135 of you members, mostly because of that 80 member influx that we had on Sunday night. All of you, thank you for your support. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether my beautiful neighborhood of Seafton and Richmond, in the city, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be watching anyone else, doing anything else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three, but the fact that you're here with me right now, know how much I always appreciate you, and I never, ever take you for granted. So this is how you can get involved tonight. You can subscribe. You can like the video. There are subscribes. You get active in the chat section to get notified of my videos. You can like the video. 50 of you in here already, which is great. Only 9 likes, which isn't great. Actually, they just shot up to 54 people, but still with 9 likes. So everyone hit the like button. It helps me out, and it just looks a lot better on the stream. You can leave a donation like Swervin Irvin just did. I'll get to that in a second. You can gift a membership. You can buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership, use your monthly membership message, your Triple M. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. And I'm going to talk about this thanks to those of you who've already bought Canuck Clay merch at canuckclay.threadless.com. Now, let's get to Swervin Irvin's donation. Getting the donation train out of the station nice and early. So let's give some love to Swervin Irvin for the $2.79 donation. Thank you. It says, brother. I'll do my best Hulk Hogan. Brother, we are so back. I don't know why I'm doing that. Brother, we are so back. We are indeed. Now, I think you guys would. Thank you, Irvin. Again, let's give Irvin some love in the chat. Getting the donation train out of the station, and maybe you guys can keep it moving all night. I would much rather the Canucks win than lose. Oh, speaking of winning, okay, let me just say this. You guys know that Tuesday night I bowl, and this is only a 40 to 45 minute stream because I have to be sitting in my church's chapel at midnight. So I will have to cut this off between 11:40 and 11:45. And yes, bowling, I average 165, which is an improvement over the 159 from last week. Last week, I won 2 games plus total, 6 points out of 10. Today, I won 3 games plus total, 8 points out of 10. Okay, that's all the bowling talk, but I just wanted to tell you because I felt pretty good about my game despite bowling not so great on the weekend in the tournament. Now, back to a more important win. The Canucks win 3-1, and yes, I would much rather have the Canucks win than lose. I think we would all do that. But at the same time, I think you guys are being sarcastic about planning the parade, wondering where the parade is going to go. But although I'd much rather the Canucks win than lose, don't forget, the Canucks, I think, didn't they drop a 10-0 loss? 10-0 loss to Calgary last year. And I heard the guys on Sportsnet talking about the lineup that we had. We had guys like Studnicka and Jack Rathbone and guys that Zach Sawchenko and net, although I think it was Shilovs that played too. So our lineup wasn't great last year. And I believe that game was in Calgary. And therefore, Calgary, in an effort to impress their home fans, I think they dressed a much better lineup than we had that night. But I'm just saying that Calgary beat us 10-0, 10-0. And then and then the Canucks ended up doing very well in the season, right? Obviously, Rick Tocchet, Coach of the Year, Quinn Hughes, Norris Trophy winner, and then Calgary didn't even make the playoffs. So my point is, as much as it's nice to be on the winning side, I think you guys are smart. I'm smart. We're all smart. We got to keep this in perspective. And yeah, it was a sloppy game at times. So mind you, I'm trying to watch the game while I'm trying to bowl 4 games tonight, and there's no sound on our TV. So all I can see is basically what's going on, trying to pay attention when I'm not standing up there and chucking balls down the lane. So the context, I did not watch the game fully, and what I saw with no sound, so I didn't hear any of the commentary. I've watched the highlights. I listened to Rick Tocchet, and I'm going to try and do as much as I can in the next 15 minutes, and then I will throw it over to you for your questions. And vote in my poll. I only have 4 spots, so I said, who is the best Canuck tonight? Brock Besser with 2 assists, Lekkerimaki with 2 points, I think. Then I put Hoglander with the opening goal, and then Artur Shilovs, who only led in the 1. And I'll talk about, usually during the season, I'll go what I liked, what I didn't like, and one other thing. Probably won't do that for preseason. I'll just kind of go through the box score a little bit. I don't want to spend too much time recapping the game. Most of you guys watched it. I'm not going to spend too much time recapping the goals, but I want to leave a lot of time for you to tell me who you were impressed with, and basically, who you're impressed with and what excites you about this team. So let's go through the game really quickly, and we'll start with go over the goals, then go over the box score, and then I'll share with kind of a few things that Rick Tocchet said after the game, and then we will go to all of you. Canucks power play was good tonight. Canucks power play was good. They went 2 for 6, and they killed off both Seattle power play chances. Canucks outshoot Seattle 26-19. Face-offs, who cares really? But although I think that Aturatu went like 14-4. He was 78%, which is pretty impressive. Face-off circle. A lot of penalty minutes for a first preseason game. There's always some excitement when we play the Kraken and Brandon Tanev, and then hits not bad for a preseason game. Block shots, giveaways, takeaways. Don't worry so much about that kind of thing. Now, power play. Okay, so this is what I did notice about the power play, and we'd heard that the Canucks were going to really work on the power play, more movement, not be so predictable, not just Hughes and Miller playing pass up top, and then maybe sometimes remember that you have guys like Besser and Pettersson on the power play. I'm being a bit facetious, sarcastic, of course, but the power play did get a little bit predictable last season. Today, from what I saw and from the 2 goals, not as predictable. More movement, going into the bumper, cycling, guys switching places, guys always converging on the net after a shot. All the things that we heard about, all the things that they practiced, I think they tried to do today, because at least for the 2 goals that I saw, they were all created with movement. And exactly like Ricky just said, I like the movement on the power play tonight. A lot of control. Could have had a couple more. Now, let's talk about those goals. So the first goal, the first power play goal, the unit was Hoglander, Karlsson, Ratu, Christian Wolanin, and Connor Garland, if I'm not mistaken. That was on that power play unit. All 5 guys touched the puck, because I remember Hoglander was pestering a Seattle player. Wolanin kept it in at the line, passed it over to Ratu, who's on the point as well. He feeds it to Karlsson, and instead of Karlsson turning and shooting at the goaltender, he hesitates for a second, draws a couple of Kraken defensemen to him, gives it to Hoglander, and Hoglander puts it in the net. And that was a really nice tic-tac-toe play, more like a tick and attack, or attack and a toe. But Ratu started it off, and it was a really, really nice goal by Niels Hoglander, power play goal. And then the other unit was Philip Hronek, Brock Besser, Jonathan Lekkerimaki, Pia Suter, and Danton Heinen. So that was the other unit. Technically more probably better players than the other unit that scored. And this one was some really good work as well. Lekkerimaki digging out the puck, getting it back to Hronek, who gives it to Besser, and then Hronek just kind of waits. Besser gets it back to Hronek. A one-timer, that's a hard shot. Like I would hate, I play roller hockey and I just put my big butt in front of the net and hope the puck bounces off me. But if I had a guy like who could bomb it like Hronek, I wouldn't put myself in front of the net. I would just skate off to the side and let the goalie see it because he probably still wouldn't stop it. And that's what happened here. Beautiful shot by Hronek. So both Canucks goals were power play goals. And of course, it couldn't be Miller, Pettersson, and Besser Miller, Pettersson, and Hughes because they weren't playing tonight. So it's nice to see different guys get involved. Again, this is the first preseason game, and neither of the two teams iced a full lineup. But still, it's nice to see their power play connect. Yes, puck is always bouncing off of my butt. If I was going to do what I like, what I didn't like, one other thing, I didn't like the fact that Seattle scored 10 seconds into the third period. Usually goals in the last minute of a period, in the first minute of a period, those are killers. And I get that all goals count the same, whether they're in the first minute or right in the middle of the period, they all count for the same on the score. But it's just kind of it's just a sign, especially at the start of a period, that you're not sharp. And sure enough, Forbert, it wasn't the worst play ever, but he kind of jams up at the blue line and it leads to a quick 2-on-1. I think P.S. Suter was a little bit slow tracking Myers. Schwartz is a nice play, a nice pass across. It basically a 2-on-1 with Suter trying to make it a 2-on-2. And then Schwartz, I think he gets past Friedman over to Myers. And then Shilovs gets a good piece of it, gets a big piece of it, but it goes off of Shilovs' right pad, then off of his left pad and into the net. And that is the only goal to get past Shilovs tonight. And then empty netter, 2 minutes left. A Seattle player fans on a shot in the slot. Besser pokes it to Lekkerimäki. Lekkerimäki could have easily, especially as a rookie, especially as a wanting to impress, could have easily turned and fired the puck down the ice. But he makes a really smart poised play. Like, it's not the best play in the world ever, but it was a good play. He banks it off of the sideboards with the proper weight too. He didn't like rim it. He didn't smash it, nor did he not do it too soft. Did it just with perfect weight. And it was funny. Suter was actually getting checked. And I think actually Suter kind of fanned on his shot, but there's, when stick on stick hits each other. And then if sometimes it hits the puck and makes it go even faster. It was weird. It just wasn't clean. It wasn't a clean shot in, but the puck found the back of the net and the Canucks win 3-1. Now, you look at the box score itself. Don't care about Seattle. The Canucks iced a decent lineup. Like, it was certainly better than the lineup that I was talking about that lost 10-0 to Calgary last year. And the top line was Besser and Heinen and Suter, I believe. And then the second line had Garland. It was Besser with Lekkerimäki and Suter. And then the second line was Garland, Hoglander, and Ratu. And the third line had Danton Heinen on that one. So you look at the box score. Besser has the 2 assists, a very quiet 2 assists, but they were 2 assists. You had Hoglander with that goal, Lekkerimäki with 2 assists, P.S. Suter with a goal, and then that was the empty netter. Then Ratu with an assist, obviously on the first power play goal, and then Carlson also on that first power play goal. So 2 points for Lekkerimäki and Besser, our 2 blonde right shot guys, and then a few points here and there. And then Philip Hronek, the only defenseman to get a point. You don't see time on ice for whatever reason, but look at this. Aatu Ratu, 78% in the faceoff dot. Max Hassan basically does the opposite, goes 29%. And then so not bad. Also, penalty minutes. Yeah, there are a couple of funny things. When you look at the penalty summary, like I said, for a preseason game, unexpected. But then, of course, there's guys fighting for jobs. There's guys literally fighting. And there's guys like there's Brandon Tanev as well, who always makes it a little bit exciting. So there's the fight with John Hayden and Vilmer Ulriksson. That was good. Ulriksson's a big boy. It was a quick fight. They both got a couple shots in, so that was interesting. Then, of course, we had the scrum at the end of the second period with Borgen getting 2 roughing penalties. So he tried to rough up the entire line, basically, of Garland and Hoglander. And then Hoglander got one back. And you see Tyler Myers. I think it looked a lot worse than it was. Again, I didn't see it happen in real time. but I saw the highlights, and Myers was kind of joking about it. He says because of the size, it looked a lot better. It looked a lot worse than it actually was. Yeah, it could have been a lot worse than when you see him. It looks like he's actually flying in and trying to hit someone, but basically he was trying to make sure that his own teammates weren't getting plastered. And then we see another fight later. It was precipitated by, I think, a hit earlier in the night. It was Mark Friedman and Brandon Tanev. So a spirited game, to be sure. A couple other things in listening to Rick Tockett's press conference. That's the advantage of me doing my show later at this 11 o'clock time, is I am able to watch highlights and I'm able to listen to some of the press, the media. So Rick Tocchet said that the game was a little sloppy, but he's glad that the power play executed. He was really impressed with all the young players, and there's certainly a lot of young players in the lineup today. Like, yeah, at least the Canucks had some veterans in Heinen, Suter, Besser, Garland, Dress, but you also had guys like Ratu, Ulriksson, Lekaramäki, Sasson, Amon, and Carlson. And then on D, you had DPD playing. And then the other five guys, at least you could call them relative veterans, even though Friedman and Willanen barely play. But you had Myers, Forbort, and Hronek, three of our top six. Yeah, so my guess is that Hughes, Soucy. Oh, they said Myers is playing tomorrow too. So Hughes, Soucy, Myers, and maybe Desharnais. So maybe you get four of the top six playing D tomorrow. I thought DPD was fine from what I saw and read. And Mark Friedman's always a gamer. He's always he'd be a loyal guy, even though he's not going to be one of our top six defensemen. Rick Tocchet did say, yes, that he was impressed by the young guys. He liked Jonathan Lekaramäki. Isn't it funny how he calls him Lettermäki? It reminds everyone of Letterkenny, but he calls him Lettermäki. He doesn't even try to get the K's in there. The first K is just the last K. So Lettermäki, according to Rick Tocchet. And he said that 4 or 5 of these guys are going to play tomorrow, including Sammy Blais, including Atu Ratu, including Max Sasson, and Jonathan Lekaramäki. I think those were the 4 forwards that he name checked were Sasson, Ratu, Lekaramäki, and Sammy Blais. He said Sammy Blais played okay. It's a conditioning, and he wants to see if Blais and some of these guys can go back-to-back games. So remember, don't read into too much if the fact that someone's going to play 2 games or more preseason games than another guy. Because remember that year that Jack Rathbone, I think, played every single preseason game? I seem to remember this. Tell me you guys remember this too. Jack Rathbone played every single preseason game, and then he did not make the team to start the season. So there are some thoughts. Again, some thoughts from me observing the game, not really watching because I was bowling and I was busy winning my bowling match, just like the Canucks won their match tonight. But and then some observations from the stat sheet, from listening to Rick Tocchet, from listening to Tyler Myers, and from watching the highlights. So I will get to all of your impressions in a couple minutes. Let me just do my mid-show sponsor read again tonight because it's Tuesday night. Because it's Tuesday night, I do have to wrap up between 11:40 and 11:45. You're right. Apparently, I don't know who started this or who confirmed this, but our forward, our $11.6 million forward center is Elias Pettersson. Elias, whereas DPD is going to be Elias, exactly like Erwin says here. The forward is Elias with the emphasis on the Lee, and then DPD is Elias. Or Elias, and if those of you that have been watching my videos, for the first 4 seasons, I was calling him Elias Pettersson. It was just easier for me. I didn't even say Elias. I would say Elias with the emphasis on L, the first syllable, Elias Pettersson. I don't know why I said that, but yes, Elias Pettersson up front and Elias Pettersson on the blue line. And I love what, Miller was advertised to play tonight. I did not know that. And as long as Tocchet says that the Lekaramäki is his name the same way all the time, we know who he's talking about. All right, let's go. Let's do the mid-show sponsor read. What did Adam say? Someone, DPD is the new. I heard he had a good game or a decent game, but I'll let you guys fill me in a minute. Want to give a shout out to my primary sponsor, Van City Experts Real Estate. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Shout out to my secondary sponsor, Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. Check him out at coachpatricklou.com/clay and sign up for a free 5-day workout with him. Thank you to Gassy Jack Art Maker, that fine artwork, and thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Don't forget, you can get involved by subscribing to the channel. You can like the video. There are now, I think it's a little better now. There are 110 people here, which is great. 30 likes, so we can bump that up a little bit. You can leave a donation like Swervin Irvin has done. You can gift a membership like many people did on Sunday night. Crazy, 80 memberships were given. You can buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership, use your monthly membership message, Triple M, and if you're listening on a podcast platform, you can certainly rate and review. Already the rest of my shows this week. Tomorrow night, regular show at 11, another post-game recap, and then I'm going to bring on a special guest, someone from the community. So that will be tomorrow night. And then Thursday night is members only. So tomorrow night at 11, everyone. Thursday nights, members only. And then one more time, you can purchase your Canuck Clay merch at canuckclay.threadless.com. Again, canuckclay.threadless.com. Now, I will turn it over to all of you. I want you to tell me who stood out to you in tonight's game, and tell me why too. Like, if you just type a name in the chat, I might not highlight it, but I would love to hear, your thoughts, and I will do my best to answer your questions as well. Did I end the poll? I don't even know where the poll went, but I'm pretty sure I ended it. I said, who's the best player? 67% of you saying Archer Shilovs, 14% said Niels Hoglander, 13% Jonathan Lekkerimäki, and 4% of you saying, I'm not getting swayed by those 2 assists, and only 4% voting for Brock Besser. That doesn't mean he didn't play well. It just means he didn't play as well in your eyes as Shilovs, Hoglander, or Lekkerimäki. Is there a rule? How many veterans an NHL team has to dress in preseason per game? I thought the number was 6, and I don't know what a veteran consists of. Is it 60 games or whatever the waiver cutoff is? Then you're considered a pro player or veteran player. I don't know, but I thought the number was 6. Lekkerimäki reminds me a lot of EP40, and not just because he's a Swede. Okay, well, that's one obvious similarity, but I will take it if there's other reasons why you think that. Hoglander was the best Canuck on the ice. Okay, I will take that. No merch link. Adam, you must have typed that before I just put it on the screen, unless you want me to type it out for you. Lekkerimäki stood out to me. Great moves and awesome assists. Shilovs was solid. That's totally fair, Tyler. Thank you. The crowds, BCBC, the crowd stood out for me. They were loud, noticeable on TV, and it felt like we had true supporters in the audience. Wait a sec. So I guess you weren't at the game tonight. I gave away my tickets tonight. So I guess BCBC, were you not at the game as well? Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights are hard for me to make games. Tuesday night because of bowling, which I pay for, and then Wednesday night is my church night, as you guys know. How many spots do Canucks have this year to fight for? Do you know? Elf's Tank, I think there's only one. I've thought about this. I think there's only one or maybe 2, and they're all at forward. We know that our top 6D, no matter, doesn't matter who they play with, but it's going to be Hughes, Hronek, Susie Myers, and Forbert and Desharnais. And then I think Juleson and Freeman are your 7 and 8, and then anyone else, DPD, all those guys, great, have a great camp, have great preseason games, but you'll be starting at Abbotsford. Goaltending is going to be Lankinen and Shilovs. We know that. That's why they signed Lankinen, because we know Demko's not going to be ready. Up front, I don't know. I just have the feeling. Remember, Dakota, I thought the 12 spots were set already, and everyone was fighting for spots 13, 14, 15. And then we find out that Bluger was hurt, but he'll come back. But Dakota Joshua won't be ready. So I still think 11 of the 12 spots are spoken for. And that, of course, is Miller, Besser, Petey, Heinen, Sherwood, DeBrusk, Garland, Suter, Bluger, Hoglander, and I'll put Daniel Sprong in there as number 11. So number 12 would be Dakota Joshua, but with Joshua out, then I think there's a spot there, and maybe Sammy Blais has a chance, although he wasn't as noticeable. I still think Ratu, as good as he's been, is going to start in Abbotsford. I really think it's Lekkerimäki is the one that has a chance to make it already out of camp, which out of preseason, which would be pretty crazy. But if he plays well and they see enough from him, he's got a shot. But really, I think there's only one spot, and that's the spot vacated by Dakota Joshua for now. And then everyone fills in as extras. That's my guess. Notice Hoglander, good. Hey, James, Hronik played very well, moved the puck really well. Heinen looked like Lindholm, a bit slower and smaller. Okay. Yeah, Heinen, I haven't heard him mentioned a lot tonight. Tales of Symphonia says positive standouts were Lekaramaki, Ratu, and Shilovs. Okay, I'll take that. Hronik seems more relaxed. Yeah, I've heard that he's had a pretty good camp, actually. He's had a good camp and showing a lot of leadership. I'll say I was at the game, it was loud, and it was only half pack. Awesome. I think Connor Garland tonight was really good on the power play. The call, no goal. In fact, no goal. Yeah, I didn't know about that. Was there no goal taken back? Gave them away, but hoping to go to the Edmonton game. Okay, that's fair. First preseason home game since 2012 where Rogers Arena looked almost sold out. It tells you how much people are invested. Yeah, it's amazing what a difference one season makes. Do you think Bluger returns prior to the regular season? I do, Fangirl. They said he was only going to be out a week, and it's about a week now. So maybe he gets into the end of the preseason. Let's give some love to Justin Credible. Thank you for the $10 donation, Justin. Again, let's give some love to Justin in the chat. I was impressed by Lekaramaki's IQ, Ratu's face-off ability. DPD needs more seasoning with some bad giveaways, but I think none of them will make it for the opening night due to lack of spots. Totally fair comment. Yeah, I think of those three or those four, it would be, or those three, Lekaramaki has an outside shot, but I wouldn't even say he's a favorite to get a spot. Thank you. Is Eriksson eligible to play in the AHL this season? I don't know anything about this guy aside that he's massive. Someone answer that question. Actually, I can look it up. How old is he? Eriksson, looking at the roster. He is reserve non-rostered. He's 19 years old. Drafted 2023 in the 4th round. I don't even know where he plays. Where does he play? What does he do, you guys? Tell me. Tell me more about this Eriksson guy. Like, I know who he is. I just don't know what his contract status is. Arena wasn't fully packed, but loud on TV. Yes, Demko is going to start the season with a popliteus injury. Who do you think they're going to send out Abbotsford, in your opinion? I don't know yet, Simon. I think there's going to be a few more games where they will have to figure it out. That's what the preseason is for. I think Lekaramaki might steal a spot on opening night if he keeps playing this and score some goals. Yeah. Hope to see Tai Young play. Yeah, he did not get into the net tonight. I heard Rick Tocchet likes his goalies playing full games. He doesn't like to split them. He'd rather just like one guy play 2 periods and one guy play 1. He likes goalies to play the full game. Well, Jack, we won. We won 3-1. Hoglander is going to get 40 goals if this week is anything to go by. Wow, that is quite optimistic. Yeah, Jack, I spent like 20 minutes talking about who looked good, but apparently Lekaramaki, Ratu looked good, and Best had a couple points. Hoglander looked good. I think a lot of the young guys look good, but a lot of people are talking about Lekaramaki and Ratu. I love that Hog scored the first goal of the season, giving you high hopes for a monster season. If Sportsnet isn't broadcasting tomorrow's game, who's calling that game in terms of play-by-play? Well, no one, because they're not broadcasting it. Like, are you? And I'm not being sarcastic, Fanger. I'm not sure what you're asking, unless you're asking who's gonna. Obviously, Brendan Batchelor is going to do the radio, and I don't know if the Canucks are live streaming this one on their website. Remember, the intensity ramps up twofold once the regular season starts, and then playoffs. Yes. This is game 1 of the preseason, and that's why I think it's important to have some perspective. Who scores the first goal of the 2024-2025 season? I'm going to go with Jake DeBrusk. Game will likely be streamed on the Canucks site. Likely. All hail King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Very good. Eriksson fought today. Yes. Everyone cheering on the bench, tapping their sticks. Nice. As they should. I think the big guy will make it. Which big guy? There's a few big guys. Hey, Kaya. Yes, of course I remember you. I used to join your lives at the start of last season. Well, Kaya, join the lives more. I'm happy to see. Yes, I know there's you, Kaya, and there's Kaya May as well. And I like all Kayas. So I'm glad you're here, and make sure you keep returning. Nice to see you. Just got home from pickleball. Saw Hornets go. They just Kraken moved to local channel Kong, which is free over the air with all cable packages. Kraken trying to spread the game. Good. That's good, Angus. Hope pickleball was good. I think with Bluger return, Blaze, Sprong, and other guys like Aman Giuseppe will get to find a few spots due to experience ahead of the young guys. That's fair. Totally fair. Hey, Trev, I think DPD will play up the season for a few games due to injuries, but I'm hoping he pans out soon. Yeah, because that's fair. Because Juleson and Friedman are right shot guys. I think on the left side, maybe your call-ups after Hughes, Susie, and Forbert, I think you're looking at Willanen and DPD. Great point, Trev. And I caught a bit of your show as I was setting up. I'm glad you had a nice crowd in there. People excited. No problem, Jack. No problem. I don't think DPD is better than Forbert just yet. Guelph is Arlixon's junior team, but I don't know if he's considered Siege or European. If it's the latter, he can go to Abbotsford. Gotcha. Adam, not a fan of DPD. Adam, he's just starting, man. What does PFP mean? Ariana Grande. 6'6", 215. That's massive. Yes, in general, defensemen do take longer to develop or forwards. In general, that is fair to say. And goaltenders even longer than defensemen. Oh, you think Arlixon's making? I think competition is a little stiff in front of him. How many games until Shelov gets his first official regular season shutout? I think he'll get one in his first 20 games. I've been so busy with school, I just didn't make any time. That's okay, Kaya. I understand. I now see where I land on your priority list, and I'll be fine. We'll land and move the puck on the power play. Hey, Ken, that's good to know. Yeah, he's a good puck mover and a decent skater. Oh, you guys are talking about profile pic is PFP. What's PFP? Oh, I thought Kaya just looked a lot like Ariana Grande. I know. Thank you. Next. By the way, I've done two Ariana Grande parodies. I think. Oh, profile picture. Thank you. I was looking like play-by-play or power forward. Hogs will be a beast. Seattle was checked out. No urgency. Didn't seem like anyone on the team was pushing to make a lineup. That's fair. Hey, Doodle Hockey. Nice to see you. Let's be honest, though. The defense is going to look much, much different by the end of the season, with Villander most likely being on the team and a top 4D will pick up at the deadline. I do agree that we're going to be in the market for a top 4D. I think Villander will only make the team as like a college, right? If his college season ends early, then he comes up for like a 5-game stint, but I'm not sure he's pushing to be a regular. I think they're with him. They got to manage looking ahead to next season, getting him a few games like Quinn Hughes and Brock Besser did at the end of their college careers. But then I don't think you're dressing Villander for the playoffs this season. Oh, not this year, but sometime he'll be up. That's fair. Hi, Clay. I would really like to get one of your zip-out hoodies. I get my GST in October. I really want to get one. We'll talk about it. Yes, we will talk about it, Carol. Maybe I get it for you first and send it to you, but we'll chat when we get. Easier to talk off the stream, but we can chat. Oh, that's Ariana Grande in the profile picture. Gotcha. I thought that Kaya just looked like her. How did Montour look? I don't know. I didn't watch. Someone tell me. Who won the tickets last night? 2 people. I can't give their real names, but it was PD17 or something, and NA as in not applicable, but I knew who that was. Clay had a Gen X moment, Gen X boomer, whatever, old man, whatever you want to call it. Best physicals, best skater on the ice, absolute man. Talking about Hoglander, yes, indeed. I know we need D-men that can penalty kill, but Forbert didn't look good tonight. Willanen looked much better. Okay, it's only his first game, so but I hear you. I know he didn't look good on that Seattle goal. Montour looked like a guy I wish they had picked up at free agency. Okay, so he was good. Hello, Chris on Canucks. Chris Seifert, nice to see you. Canucks on pace for an 82-0. Technically not, actually, because this wasn't a regular season game. You can say they're on pace for a 6-0 preseason. See the Rogers Arena changes press release. So excited to finally get seats with cup holders. Also, imagine if someone here wins the 50th million fan prize. The prize is sweet. Okay, no, I haven't seen that yet. I'll have to look it up later. Thank you. Waiting for payday so I can pick up a CCC shirt in teal. Awesome, Swerve and Irvin. Montour looked pretty good. Was pretty active and engaged with shot chances. If you're wondering why I haven't started my YouTube channel yet, it looks like I ran out of time. I'm going to be focusing just on Twitter for now. Okay. So you're going to be posting stuff directly to Twitter. That's fair. That's cool. Montour, you got your wrestling channel too. Montour had a scoring chance, but was meh, like the rest of the Kraken lineup. Okay, Ted. Okay. I liked him on Florida better. What section are my seats? They are in 319. How much are you trying to? I noticed the price of the year through the roof. Yes. Anyone interested in Canucks tickets, you can email me canuckclay@gmail.com. Again, canuckclay@gmail.com. Hronek had an absolute laser of a shot. I agree. Trev, everyone, we must understand that the future D will be Hughes, Hronek, Pedersen, and Verlander. Yeah, I think that's going to be great. And depending on the way the contracts line up and stuff, that's why they only have Forbert for a year. That's why they only have Desharnais for 2 years. So you could, by next season already, the start of next season, 2025, 2026, you could have Hughes, Hronek, Susie Myers, and then you could start DPD and Verlander on the third pairing, and then Vincent Desharnais is your extra at $2 million. That's not bad, considering that DPD and Verlander will be making $900,000 each. Yep, I agree with you, Trev. I agree with you. Is it more likely the Canucks will bust down to Abbotsford or they'll come separate in their own vehicles? That's a good question. Someone correct me. I thought they drive themselves. I don't think they do the team bus thing. 50 millionth fan gets free admission to all Rogers Arena events for a year. Wow. BC is here to cheer on the Kings. That's fine. Yeah, hockey's for Twitter. Yes. Keep YouTube for wrestling. Doodle. If Forbert is bad, I think they might trade him to upgrade him. Yeah, you guys, it's been one game. It's been one preseason game. So just like we won't get too excited for a good performance, we won't get too down on a bad performance. Borgen versus Myers, better return. Urban, Justin, you were the social media winner for the 25th million fan. That's awesome, Justin. I did not know that. How did I not know that? Abbotsford neutral site, but deep in the heart of Canucks country. Yes, don't forget Calgary had their farm team there for a few years. Abby is bust. They normally do a meet and greet before the game. There we go. At least 2 years ago, that's how it was. Thank you, Tank, for that. Jay, yes, I did get that email. Sorry, I haven't replied yet, but I think we worry about that closer to the date, Jay. And I will email you back because I got to figure out how we're gonna do this and exactly the expectations behind it. But Jay, I'll talk to you off stream. Lost our preseason game to Utah, but our backup scored 2 goals. That's a lot for them. Oh, I thought you meant your backup goalie. That'll be amazing. That will be amazing. All right, friends, I got 2 more minutes to answer your questions. And then at 11:40, I do need to start my wrap up. Let's talk about what do you expect from tomorrow night's game against Calgary and Abbotsford? And who apparently Hughes is playing, Susie is playing. I wouldn't say it's the exact opposite of because who knows if Miller's playing. It sounds like Pedersen and DeBrusk are playing, so that's pretty cool. Who are you most looking forward to seeing tomorrow night? Oh, Hsfangirl, if you're talking about the end of the second period, it was because that guy got a roughing penalty on Hoglander and Garland, so Myers is coming in to save them. Utah could surprise. Ted Gumby is predicting a 4-0 win tomorrow for the Vancouver Canucks. Utah scored on their own goalie. Well, better do that in preseason than in regular season for sure. Doodle Hockey's looking forward to seeing DeBrusk. Me too. He could be an X factor. And I'm sure Petey is absolutely thrilled that he's going to have a winger, like a consistent winger. You're looking forward to seeing Lekkerimäki again? Yeah, that's totally fair, Fangirl, especially if he's playing with Petey and DeBrusk. That would be pretty cool. Calgary destroyed the Oilers in 2 games in 1 day. Again, preseason. And Spartan says we're gonna get the revenge and get 10-0 Canucks. All right, friends, 11:40. That means I need to start my sign off. So, moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame, and franchise members. Thank you for your support. And to everyone else, thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Oh, let me just highlight this because this is pretty cool. 2013, I got a video of Kevin BX announcing me as the winner, 2 tickets to the 25th million fan game, a Daniel Sedin worn autographed jersey, and also 2 tickets to any 20 events. Amazing, Justin. Maybe you'll win the 50th as well. So on your way out, everyone, you can subscribe, you can like the video, leave a donation, gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership, use your monthly membership message, or if you're listening on podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. Don't forget, you can buy Canuck Clay merch at canuckclay.threadless.com. Thank you to my sponsors, Advanced City Experts Real Estate and Coach Patrick Blue, weight loss coach. And thank you to those who went above and beyond today with their generosity. That is Swervin Irvin with the donation, first donation, and then Justin Credible with his donation as well. Thanks to both of you. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 11 p.m., another stream. Going to bring on a special guest for the second half of that stream. I think it's going to be pretty legendary. That's all I'm going to say. So make sure you join me tomorrow, and we'll wrap up the Canucks Calgary game and see what else we can fit in. So that's tomorrow night, 11, and then my members only live stream on Thursday. So I'm in a good mood. I hope you are too. Canucks win 3-1, and we move on to host in a neutral site game. We're going to host the Calgary Flames in Abbotsford tomorrow night. As always, stay safe. And don't forget to rate the bad joke scale 1 to 10 as the end credits play, or the outro. There's no credits there. Stay safe. I got to get out of here. Stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. By the way, I'm not sure if you guys knew that I really love Phil Collins, the singer, the awesome artist. And I think a lot of people were worried that I would never get over my obsession with Phil Collins. But take a look at me now. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.